Jai Gurudev, Mr. Narendra Lambaji, could you describe your experience managing the arrangements during that significant event that people from various places visited? Certainly, it was a time of immense activity with people arriving from all over the country. The logistics were challenging to say the least. Every room was crucial, and ensuring the correct allocation and setup for each space was vital. We had to make arrangements for family members of Gurudev and other important guests. It was a meticulous process. How did you manage to keep track of everything? Well, it was not an easy task. Each room had to be accounted for, and I had to ensure that every detail was in place. Despite our best efforts, there were times when things didn't go as planned. For instance, there were delays in getting water bottles delivered, and some arrangements weren't up to the mark initially, but we persevered. It sounds like quite overwhelming, but there are moments when you felt it was too much to handle. Absolutely, there were moments of extreme stress. I recall one instance when senior devotees were displeased with the arrangements. They were vocal about their dissatisfaction, and it was tough to handle the criticism. I felt deeply discouraged and even thought about quitting. One night I sat down and felt like crying. It was around 10 p.m. and I had not eaten anything. I set an alarm and took a short break, but the pressure was relentless. How did you overcome these challenges? During these trying times, I found solace in my connection with Gurudev. Whenever I felt overwhelmed, it seemed as though he would reach out either through a call or in some other way, offering support. This gave me immense strength. I firmly believe that when we take on responsibilities, especially in service of Gurudev, he provides us with guidance and support. That's quite inspiring. Could you share more about how Gurudev's presence influenced your work? Gurudev's presence was a constant source of encouragement. Even in administrative tasks, his guidance was invaluable. Whenever I had questions or faced dilemmas, I had the privilege of direct access to him. This was a tremendous blessing. No matter the time or situation, he was always available. There were times he would call at odd hours, but his support never wavered. How did this direct access impact your duties and responsibilities? It had a profound impact. I learned to be available and responsive at all times, mirroring Gurudev's approach even in the secretariat. We were expected to answer calls promptly, and delays were unacceptable. This level of availability and dedication became a part of my work ethic. It seems like your journey with Gurudev has deeply shaped your approach to work and life. Indeed, it has. Knowing Gurudev and working closely with him has been a life changing experience. There were times when I was deeply involved in projects or services, and his guidance was always there. This has taught me the value of responsibility and dedication. Can you share some insights on the types of people who came to seek Gurudev's blessings? Certainly, there were mainly four types of people. First, those seeking relief from health issues. They came to get better and often left cured. Second, those facing mental or emotional breakdowns like family disputes or depression, who found solace and guidance here. Third, individuals looking for stability in their careers or lives, like finding jobs or a place to stay. Lastly, a small number of people were brought here by a sense of divine calling or by others. Each had their unique journey and reasons for coming. That's fascinating. It must have been rewarding to witness such transformations. Yes, it was. Seeing people find relief and guidance was incredibly fulfilling. Sharing these moments with Gurudev was a privilege. His presence and teachings were transformative, not just for those seeking help, but for all of us involved in the service. Jai Gurudev.